midnight, hoping to find you. After midnight, searching for you. Boom, I'm here. Hey, everybody. Yeah, that's me. That is me. How's everybody? Everybody having a good day? Hi, Dennis. How are you this evening? Let's see. Invite your audience to connect their Facebook to restream to show the name and profile picture of some viewers. Okay, I'll copy it. Copy link. I don't know. I don't know what this is. I think this is Restream's workaround for the people that I can't see on group. So that link that I put there, I don't know. If you guys want to do it, you can do it. It's all good. It's whatever. Hi, everybody. Hi. Well, no, not coffee. I am drinking lemon and ginger tea. But let me tell you, what happens when you put heavy whipping cream in lemon tea? I'm just going to drink it anyways. Good evening. Right? How is everybody? Spike the coffee? No, can't spike the coffee. I don't have anything to spike it with. I'm just that unexciting. What a day. Crazy students. You've had crazy students. Yeah, it curdles it right away. It does. You pour it in and you go, oh. Do you see me though? It's not curdled. It's just a little bit. It just did a little thing. It's a little chemical thing, you know? Well, thank you. It will be for sale here shortly. I have been loving on it and just wearing it a little bit. A lot of energy goes into them when I'm making them. So I kind of have to hold them a little bit sometimes. And, you know, and that's it. Hissy fits today. Kids, right? Kids. How's everybody doing? How is everybody this evening? Everybody having a good day? I had a pretty decent day. I went to town. It sounds like I live in the Old West. I saddled everything up and I went to town. Guess what? Everybody else in Oklahoma did too. Because somebody said something about snow. There ain't nothing on the shelves. I don't even know why people feel the need to have bread, milk, and eggs. And now toilet paper. Okay. We have to clean the shelves of all of these things. And I go in and I'm like, is it the first of the month? What the hell's going on? So, oh, what a wonderful day you had. That's awesome, Lee. That's awesome. We should reflect on our days and look at the wins, right? We should look at the wins in our day. We all have wins in our day. Hi, everybody. Getting cold here in Michigan. I'm sure it is. I know you guys are getting really cold weather. I was talking to my father down in Texas, and he said they're going to get down into the zeros. Down in Bay City, Texas, down south of Houston. I'm like, ooh, you cold. Because he's the one that always calls and goes, oh, well, it's so beautiful here. Oh, you're fine, Phyllis. You're golden. No worries. Let's see. What are we going to do? I'm going to pull a deck just to have in front of me for shuffling purposes. I do like to shuffle. I can't help it. I'm a shuffler. Everybody shuffling. Okay. Stop with that. All right. Even Oklahoma, yeah, it's cold. Oklahoma, we are going into the zeros. We are going into the zeros, right? -21. No. That's when you know it's time to move south. Or no, it depends on where you are in the world, right? Somewhere closer to the equator. So let's see. Hi, everybody. If everybody could. Oh, I did see the video of the Texas cars piling up this morning. Is that not crazy? Yeah. Really cold. You're already below zero. I went to town today And this is actually, I'm going to tell you guys about this because it's like a level achieved for me. Okay. Over the last, I don't know, year and a half, I've lost about 50 to 60 pounds. All right. So I have an old pair of jeans that my husband calls my hobo jeans, but they're the comfortable pair of jeans, right? I will continue to have these jeans as a mile marker for myself to say, don't ever do that again. That was stupid behavior. Don't ever let yourself do that again. So I have this pair of jeans, my hobo jeans, and I have on leggings, running around the house in leggings. And I'm like, it's cold. So I put my hobo jeans on over top of my leggings and they were still baggy. I felt so good about myself going to town. I was like, I might be on in hobo jeans, but I'm okay with it. You bought no chocolate. No, I actually have a bag of Dove chocolate in the crystal room, and Hershey's Kisses and peanut butter hearts to put into packages that I have not touched in days. I'm so proud of myself. So yeah, no chocolates. Yeah, there's a $100 pellet. They said 5 people have passed away from that accident, Brenda. 5 people. How sad, right? Hi, everybody. If you are on a group, if you look up to the left-hand corner and it says Late Bloomers, Healers, and Intuitives, you'll know that you're on a group, and I can't see your name. I can see your comment, but I don't see your name. You don't have to change groups. It's fine. But this is what I see. Okay? So there you know. Just if you're on that group, just put your names behind it. So very sad. So very sad, right? Oh, thanks for the chocolate. That's Sam, you guys. Thank you, Ellie. I'm working on it. And Sam's idea was the chocolate in all of the, by the way, kudos everybody for loving yourself and loving others. We sold 20 self-love kits. 20 self-love kits. Most of them went to other people. Isn't that nice? We had people sending the kits to other people saying, hey, here's a little bit of love for you. And they got rose quartz, they got regular quartz, they got sage, they got pink tourmaline, and they got chocolate, right? So that was so nice to see everybody sending to other people. And I just loved it. I just loved it. But I want to give everybody a kudos there. You should get your package tomorrow. Wedding day tomorrow. My bro is getting married in the morning. Well, congratulations, Ellie. You should be sleeping. Maybe, you know. Oh, it's Deborah Vincent. Hi, Deborah. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this, you guys. It was really nice to see. It was really nice to see. Our next kit that we're going to come out, I think I need to sage spray in my classroom. How about a hose? A hose, right? Okay. So I have a deck of cards out, and I'm just kind of shuffling because I know that we have, hi, Gwendolyn. I have some, I'm just shuffling. I'm probably not going to use my cards tonight. I'm going to be reading, but I'm not going to be using my cards, right? So everybody give all the new people a welcome, because we are what? What are we this evening? Let's come up. Yeah, I know, Ellie. You sleep? What is this thing you call sleep? I would like to set up with you a day to do a channeling session. That would be. I am a medium. I'm a medium as well. When you had a 2-hour reading tonight. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. We are fun. We are fun people, right? Your classroom needs to be saged. You guys are brave, man. I don't think I could ever do the teaching thing. I homeschooled children of my own, and I'm surprised we all come out of it alive. We are an awesome group of people, right? Next week, I will be scheduling a new shamanic journey. So that will be coming up. Tomorrow in the membership, we have, you'll find the link on the private membership group, you guys. We have Joanna Easton coming in to talk about archangels, and she'll be on there also talking, and we'll be providing links for her archangel classes. So that is going to be within the membership. We have somebody that wants to come on and talk about chakra weaving for one of our supplemental student class membership classes. And that class is going to be one where somebody in our membership actually steps forward and does a class instead of me. You guys get tired of hearing me, right? So we have so many people that have so many skills within the membership that we have somebody wants to come in and talk about chakra weaving. I'd never heard of this before. Truly, truly interesting stuff. It's about ancestral healing and things like that. So we're going to have her come on. I have to talk to her. We have a professional coming on to talk about EFT as well. So these are things that are going to be scheduled in addition to our regular classes each month so that everybody's getting a little bit of diversity in what they're learning. But for the rest of this month, we're aliens, right? So Monday is Arcturians, Lyrians, and possibly Draconians. So that this is Alien Month. Hey, Aaron Kilmer, how are you, man? Okay. It was interesting hearing her talking about it. She works with the chakras above and below the body as well, not just the 7 main ones. So that's within the membership, you guys. If you're interested in being in the membership and you're not in the membership, you can go here. We keep it super affordable. It starts at $11.11 a month. We also have one that has private tutorship for psychic development. We have new psychic development classes coming up in end of April because we have to go through. We're going to get Savannah under our belt first, and then we're going to start back up a new class. And then a mediumship class will be starting as well, but I don't know when yet. This is the giveaway for the month of February, you guys. The lights in here are horrible for them, so they really are quite beautiful. You can see all the druzy in there. They really are quite beautiful. Look at that Fibonacci. Isn't that stunning? This is a match set of Ammonite, and we give away something each month. So within the membership, all you have to do is be a member to be involved. You don't have to do anything else. We just automatically enter you. Okay, moving on. Moving on. All the advertisements done. Okay. All the advertisements done. Once you get caught up in the intuitive class, I understand. It's, time. We were talking about this. You told me to remind you about my self-limiting beliefs class. Yes, Ellie Coyle. Yes. We need to talk about when to put you on the book for that. We need to put you on the book for that. You love dead things. Look, there it is. We have dinosaur balls. Not like real balls, but we do have dinosaur bone spheres here as well in the crystal store. Okay. I actually have them listed, and as the SKU is dino ball in the store. Sam's like, ain't just what? Okay, so let's move on. I want to talk to COVID affected you pretty bad. Yeah, Andromedans are gonna be in there. We're working on getting as many alien videos in as we can this week or this month on the membership. We are really, Angus will want a dino ball. We're really trying to get as many aliens as we can in, right? Oh gosh. Oh, I've been doing Qigong and my back feels amazing. Okay, let's see. Who are we going to talk to today? We are going to talk to Brenda Springer, Vincent Springer. Brenda, why do I see red poppies? I'm given just somebody's handing me a red poppy, and they're saying, "Hey, Sam has picked this time to talk to me." They're handing off a red poppy. They're talking about raising your energy, raising your vibrations, raising your awareness of your root chakra. They really want you to pay attention to, do you feel firm in where you're at right now? Are you feeling a little shaky? Are you feeling a little neurotic? Yeah, Amber, we can see you. So bring your energy to center, right? Right here, you guys. Just bring yourself to center and bring yourself back to that peace and that self-love. And you're going to find everything else falls into place. And they're showing, and now they're taking it off to that red poppy that you get when you hand off. I don't know who does it. Is it the who gives the red poppy in the middle of the road or at the stores? when you give a donation. I can't remember who that is. I can't remember if that is the, what do they call them? I can't remember who it is. But they're saying, bring yourself to center, find some relaxation, breathe, decompress. Bring yourself there. Okay, moving on. Let's see. And you guys, if you're just logging on, it doesn't matter whether you just logged on or you on 5 minutes ago, because I scroll up and down through the feed and I don't have a list. The veterans. Is it the Veterans Salvation Army? No, I thought that they were the red-hatted guys. The Shriners. I thought they were the Shriners. I have no idea. If you just logged on or you logged on a while ago, it doesn't matter. I scroll up and down, and what happens is when I run across somebody that my guides say read for them and tell them this, then that's what I do. So you could have just been on the beginning. I'll still head up that way. So don't forget, you guys, go over to like My Mystical Life on Facebook if you have found us there. And head over to mymysticallife.com. Check out our membership. We have a lot of really cool things coming up this year. We're going to Savannah in April, and we're talking about Sedona a little bit later in the year. We have the cruise in 2022. So we do a lot of fun stuff as a community. Let's see. Linda Owens. Oh, she wants to know about a past life. Linda Owens. Are we going to do past lives tonight? Oh, Linda. So let's talk about a past life. You see me here going, what the hell? I have this huge crick in my neck right now. I want to talk. Here's the thing, you guys. When I step into the Akasha calls, I never know what I'm going to find. I usually start off with a picture and it rolls from there and I get all this information. So you never, ever, 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 ever shoot the messenger. Okay. I'm just giving you information. So don't be hating. But very, very rarely do I run across anybody that's anybody famous. I'm putting the disclaimer out there. We are all just this great big huge machine that goes on, right? We're usually little cogs in the wheel, right? But I want to say with Linda Owens, I get this female energy. I get this female energy, and I actually hear. This is interesting because I have no idea where we're going with this. None at all. But I hear off with her head. I hear off with her head. And so I know that this was because I'm getting this really sharp right here. And my neck actually pops when I do that. And they're saying this was a past. They're showing me this is the past life where you were guillotined. You were put to the guillotine. It wasn't just a matter. And this is important. This is important because they show me the guillotine. And you wouldn't think it's important, right? But the guillotine wasn't built until a certain time. Most of the time, people's head were they just laid over and their head was lopped off, which is a horrible way to put it, right? But this is actually about the guillotine, and they're saying it's French. This is French Revolution. So this was somebody, a female, that was beheaded in the French Revolution with the guillotine. So she had to have been somebody, right? I highly doubt she was just a peasant. I know afterwards it became, everybody was, but it really was like, they're showing me big ball gowns and opulence and things like this. This is somebody that was in a royal family or however they did it. I'm not a big, huge history buff, which just blows my mind that they like to do Akashic records. My guides do, like, let's drop some history here. Like, I don't know nothing about that. But that's okay. And I prefer it that way, actually. I prefer to know nothing so people can go and do the research and validate for themselves. I get the colors of blush, a blush pink color, and I get a green brocade color as well, like a really detailed, intricate, and not embroidered, but patterned dress. Really, really beautiful. You used to have nightmares of being under a guillotine, right? Right. This would cause throat issue problem. Let's try it again. Throat chakra problems. Okay. Where you have things you want to say, but you don't say them as much as you should because, well, shit, who wants to get their head lopped off again anyways? But that throat trauma really does leave a soul imprint. So really interesting, really, really, really interesting past life. I love that. Bring back the guillotine. Oh, my tea's getting a little chunkier. Oh, is Sam on here? Hi, baby. Are we going to do past lives? Let's rock out some past lives, you guys. I love, love, love working in the Akashic Halls. I work very, very closely with Archangel Metatron and Saint Germain within the Akashic Halls. So, and you have arthritis on the right side of your neck and shoulders. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, you have, this person does. Okay. It's just, there's my fry guy. There's my fry guy. Okay. Let's see. Let's move on. Here's the really interesting thing, you guys. I can't obviously drink my drink, right? Here's the really, really interesting thing. I do a lot of past lives when I'm doing readings. And okay, yeah, I'm glad that makes sense, Brenda. I do a lot of past lives, and what we think we know about our past lives because we think, or somebody says, I need to know about this specific time frame. Our guides are always, always, always going to give us what we need, not necessarily what we think we need, but what they think we need, which is so much different than manifestation, right? So just be patient. If your guides don't tell you what you want to hear, that's always the way it's going to be, because they just can be obstinate. I know, really, can they be obstinate? Absolutely, they can be obstinate. Anybody that works with Metatron knows that we got a special set of skills here to take care of and learn to assimilate with. Okay, moving on. You guys head on over to My Mystical Life and like My Mystical Life if you haven't. We are a lot of fun. That way you get to know when we come online. I still pull the covers up to my neck like it's going to protect me when I sleep. Yeah. So, all right, everybody, let's move on. Let's see who else we have. Aaron, let's do Aaron Kilmer. Aaron, I want to talk about, they immediately gave me something for you. I want to talk about a past life where you had your ears boxed a lot. That's the very first thing that they give me. And this is a short life. Now, here's the thing, you guys. Sometimes when we go into past lives were traumatic. These old lives were short. They had disease. They had issues. They had a lot of different things that shortened lifespans, right? Once again, don't shoot the messenger. Aaron Kilmer's like, damn, what did I do? I have to, they keep showing me, just bear with me. They keep showing me the movie Oliver. Now, would it be singularly fascinating that you were an orphan in Europe? It's probably more common than anybody would believe, the amount of orphan children that were filtered through Europe throughout its history. This is specifically when machinery started to become a thing. Ooh, machinery became a thing. So as this is the image that I'm given, you were kind of mouthy. This isn't changed. No, I'm kidding. But no, you were very outspoken. And you would get bammed up against the head. You would get bammed up the head, and specifically against. Oh wait, let me think. The right side. It was specifically against the right side. You got hit more on the right side than you did on the left because of whatever it is you were doing. This was a child labor situation. Okay, it just was, and it was the factor that you could get in as a child into these places where these machineries were, and you could squeeze down under there, and it feels like you were putting oil on something or cleaning something out. It feels like you were cleaning maybe lint out of something. I get this feeling of lint on my fingers. And it feels almost like a paste, like it's mixed with something. It's the weirdest thing. So I get this, you pulling this out, and then you would come out and you would say something snarky and somebody would pop you in the ear. And I just really, I know, poor Aaron, right? Industrial Revolution with cauliflower ear. But so it just felt like you were always pushing. You pushed, and you did it on purpose. I don't understand why you would do it on purpose. I guess I do, because kids and all that. But so just know that this is a life that you lived very, very short. I know that you lost a couple fingers actually in this lifetime. It feels like machinery, there was no OSHA. So I just feel like you lost some fingers, and I don't feel like you lived past 17 years old. I feel like you were underfed. You were very skinny, very spindly, but also part of that was you didn't want to fall out of usefulness. You didn't want to fall out of usefulness, so you ate less and gave more to other people, so that you could stay small enough to fit into these areas. Because when you passed usefulness, you would have been booted out, and you would have lost your position, and somebody else would have been pushed in there. So I really feel like you had some injuries, and that you didn't take any days off from. You just like bundled that shit up and kept moving, and there's a smell that you cannot stand in this lifetime that has to do with that lifetime. It's like something smells horrible to you. I don't know if it's burnt grease or some kind of smell like that. They keep going like this, like gears. Maybe I'm not quite sure what they're talking about, but it's a smell that would bother you in this lifetime because of soul memory. In that particular lifetime, I feel like your head I don't feel like this person popped you in the head and that's how you passed away, but I feel like you got hit in the head somehow or another, and that your skull got cracked open, and that's how you passed away. Bazinga. Bazinga. So, okay. So moving on, you guys, moving on. If you guys can share one time, that's beautiful. We're doing Akashic Records, I guess, this evening. That's what so I said, I'm going to have my cards out, but I don't think I'm going to use my cards tonight. I love working on the Akashic calls. So let's just keep my cards here, because if every once in a while I need to shuffle, then that's what I do. Let's see. Oh gosh. Oh, sorry. I'm stretching my back. Who do we have? Who do we have? Who do we have? I'm going to come back later and I'm going to read this, because I can't go through and read all of these. I can't come back, and I can't read all these right now, because it is just too much for me to try and do that. Let's go with they don't lob the heads off peasants, just royals and royal family. Really? Really? Did they not do that? That was just good information, man, because I didn't know. I'm scrolling through, you guys, to see who my guides say, or where I get there we go, you know. Hi, Sahara. Is Kimmy McIvy here? McLovey. I don't know. Kimmy. Kimmy. Hi, everybody. I'm scrolling through. It was not the Gorilla Glue factory. We are not getting into the Darwinism that goes into Gorilla Glue. No way. I'm a big believer in Darwinism. Just come on. And then you sue somebody. Dumbass. Dumbass. Okay. Okay, we're gonna move on. It was used until the last century. Wow. Right? Isn't that crazy? Look at knowledge is power. Okay, let's move on, you guys. Let's go with Danielle Thomas. Danielle Thomas, I want to talk about, they actually specifically say sod busting. Really, 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 I want to say difficult life. It really was a difficult life. It was hard. This would have been probably early to mid, well, probably about 1850s in that frame. They actually give me 1851 is the number that they actually give me. It's actually really cool. It's written in a book. They show me that it's written in a book. So the thing that I get with this is a rough existence, cold existence. I get bundled up in a cabin under robes and under blankets and just bundled up as best as you can, trying to keep the fire stoked, trying to keep it lit, and really struggling to survive. Okay. I know this sounds like a horribly difficult life, right? Only having limited livestock to break the ground. The ground was virgin ground. It was hard to till. It wasn't as fertile as the whole family had hoped. It didn't really put out a whole lot of how beautiful. It didn't put out a whole lot of food, but right out the gate is what I'm told. But let me tell you about where you lived. Everything that you did in that lifetime because this is a female lifetime, with your husband and your very small family. There's like 2 children. I don't know whether they're boys or girls yet. I haven't gotten that far. Was so full of love that the work didn't matter. The work was a partnership, an agreement, and a if you want to call it a twin flame existence, call it a twin flame existence. One was doing the work for the other. You ever see the cartoon about the guy that was getting the snake bite and the woman that was cut her hair for the man and all that? It was that type of relationship where they just loved each other enough that they would have given the last breath for each other. And their home was specifically chosen. They were going along. They were waiting for the perfect spot on this large piece of land. And it was at the top of a hill, and it overlooked rolling valleys, and the sunsets were stunning. Just oranges and yellows and teal. It was just so beautiful. And after a really hard day, that was what they did. They sat down and watched, and they actually say it's like the theater of nature, and enjoyed each other. That was their life. They also talk about the longevity of life in this lifetime, that this happened. It was hard work, very hard work. They notoriously didn't live very long in those years, but they passed very close to each other. They lived to be older, and they passed very closely in time frames to each other. So much love. But this was a lifetime where you learned about hard work and the gain that you get from hard work. And it's not just monetary, but it is involved in the heart. And it's just a really fulfilling past life that they want you to know about right now. Anytime we have a past life come up, you guys, the information that we are given at that time is because we need to hear it right then. That's why they don't give us what we want to hear. They give us what we need to hear and what the lesson was at that time. And they're talking about all the hard work that you put into life is always going to be prosperous, and it's always going to pan out. And you should have faith in that. You should have faith in that. I hope that helps. I just keep seeing the sunset, and it is so stunning. It is so stunning. And there's like fields, and then a valley of trees off in the distance, and it's just so beautiful. There's mountains in there somewhere. It's just really, 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 really gorgeous. Hi, Dawn Porter. Has your package got there yet? Dawn Porter won the beautiful rose quartz sphere last month, you guys. Right, Dawn. Your package, if not today, maybe tomorrow. It was just a really, really, it was a gift. It was a life of gifts. It really was a life of gifts. What's going on? What is going on here? Oh, yeah. You know what, guys? I hope she doesn't win that. I hope she doesn't win that because, not yet. Yes, it helps a lot. Much needed. First time we were able to break through for the past life. Breakthrough, yay! Yeah, because you know what? If you're going to put Gorilla Glue in and then complain, here's the thing. I put Gorilla Glue in my hair. I ain't telling nobody. I'm going to shave it. I'm going to let it go. Right? Because why? Okay. It really was a beautiful scene. It really, really was a beautiful scene. Man, I have a lot to meditate on. Right? Okay. Let's see. Let's go with Sherry Jadoon. Jadoon? You like Gorilla Glue. So do we. No. She shouldn't have. Can't. Just can't. I can't get on it. Sherry Jadoon. Stupidity. Wins. Okay. Sherry Jadoon. Jadun. I hear a minuet. This is interesting. Okay, hold on one second. I'm trying to put the pieces together here. I hear a harpsichord, but it's not a harpsichord. It's not a harpsichord. Okay, what is it? It's an older instrument. It's an older instrument than a harpsichord. It kind of sounds like that, but it's not. It's something different. I don't know what it is. I see there's dancing. I'm trying to figure out what they're trying to show me because they're showing me a situation where there's dancing and there's music and there's bowing and there's really beautiful fabric. It really pulls into this whole Renaissance feeling actually with the way they're dancing like this. And I'm going, what the hell are you doing? I need things I can pick up on, let's give me some evidence that and I'll tell you where they're showing me, and it's, culturally not accurate, but it's the imagery that they're giving me. It's a harmonic. No, I don't know what it is. It's Renaissance. It's definitely Renaissance. You don't get into the don't get into the Gorilla Glue, guys. It's so annoying. Okay, I'm making sure that the person that I'm reading for is still on here. Yeah, don't tell anybody. Just shave your head. Let me see if she's still here. Because I'm picking through information, and Sherry Jadoon. Jadoon, are you here? So I'm just going to keep going on with this. It is they're giving me, who has seen A Knight's Tale, how they're all dancing and they're doing the clapping kind of dance. I don't know what I don't know. It's very Renaissance. So that's the information that they're giving me on this. And if she's not here, I don't want to continue reading for someone that's not here when I could be working on somebody else. Yeah, hair grows back, right? I love that movie too. I have to tell you, my mother-in-law and Sam took the kids one night and they went off and they were doing whatever they were doing. And my mother-in-law and I were like, we're going to have a chick flick. It's going to be chick flick night. And we sat down, we had popcorn and everything. And we were sitting there in the living room and we turned on A Knight's Tale And all of a sudden it was, and I'm like, what the hell's going on? Turned into be such a great movie though, doesn't it? It's just such a great movie. Okay. So I guess she's not here. So let's move on. I know that movie is fabulous. Karen Rose. Karen Rose. You haven't seen it? Oh my gosh, you gotta see it, Renee Lloyd. It's awesome. Queen, yeah. They're like all the peasantry's like, I'm going, wait. Karen Rose, I didn't know it. Okay. Yeah, you have to watch it. Dark web is super freaky. Okay, yeah, that's why I didn't watch it. I'm not into that kind of thing. I don't sleep. Okay. So Karen Rose, I'll just go with this. Once again, don't shoot the messenger. Because it is a Queen song. It is "We Will Rock You." And they all start singing, and I'm like, what the hell? So Karen Rose, what I want to talk about is the value you place on things. The value you place on things. We learn lessons, right? Not every lifetime is going to be sunshine. We will rock you. Sunshine and roses and butterflies and unicorn farts. It's just not going to be that way, because if we were always happy all the time, we're hardly ever going to learn anything, right? We're going to have to keep redoing crap. And who wants to keep coming back and redoing the same thing over and over? So, and I'm going to give you the imagery they gave to start with. And because I kind of progressed it through, and I'm like, okay, I see where we're starting here, but is this where we're going to stop it? Because that's kind of, let's move forward. And this is a life that you learned checks and balances. Actually, you learned how to check and balance. The very first image that I was given was of a very young child. Oh, thank you, Erin. Was of a very young child, and he was going through a busy street, picking pockets. Now, do I think this child was homeless? I think I'm done with Earth. I want to learn. I think that this was a child that was taught to pilfer, and it was a lifestyle. It was not to say that the family. Oh yeah, it's scarves. I have scarves. Yeah. And a teddy bear is over there as well. My friend made a teddy bear. So this was a lifestyle, not one that actually equipped this family to move forward very well, but it did keep food in their mouths, and they didn't feel like there was anything else to do. That was what they were taught. That's what they knew how to do. That's how they knew how to survive. So it was very natural for this young man to just walk up and slip into a pocket and pull out whatever he pulled out to take home and supply with the family with money. What I do have to say about this is this is a life of checks and balances. This young man, that's all he knew how to do. And he decided at some point there was a line that he decided he could continue down this path and always begging for more because there was never enough. And he did not care. It's like he had his eyes opened. They say the veil was pulled back for him, and he had an awareness that he wanted to be able to provide for his family better than his family provided for him, which also meant morally as well as financially, more morally than financially. They say that he got to be, they're saying talking like 15, 16 years old when he had this epiphany that he needed more. He needed more here than what his family was capable of providing. So the thing that I see him doing is leather work. I see him working with leather and like building harnesses or building saddles or something, but he was pulling leather. He was pulling leather and embossing it, carving it, and stretching it. So I'm going to assume it's saddlery of some sort that he was doing. And he was learning a trade. He went and was learning a trade. So this is, who am I talking to again? Let me remind me who I'm talking to. This is Karen Rose. So he learned a trade and turned his life around. Hi, Cedar Ward. Oh, it's not sad. It's not sad. We have to go through these things to move forward, right? Even today, in today's society, there are obviously children that are raised in situations where the family is less than honest and they go to be an upstanding person in society. It's just cycles. It's cycles. We have to go through these learning processes and we choose them from the other side, right? We're like, you know what? I need to learn a moral lesson. Let's do this. And I want to say that this person actually went into a business for his own self and produced money for his family. And I know that he produced a really beautiful saddlery. He's showing me patent leather. They're showing me patent leather saddlery, harnesses that were highly shined, and they were bought for a good amount of money. Those are expensive items. Even today, those are expensive items. So he's talking about his quality of workmanship and his pride in himself. And he also talks about giving back. So he didn't provide everything for his family, but he did provide some level of comfort for them as well. So it was a give and take kind of thing. And he had a lot of compassion for his family because they didn't know any better. And I don't know what the situation was that pulled the veil back to allow him to see this, but pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. Checks and balances. Okay, moving on. We're doing Akashic Records, you guys. We're just kind of strolling through and seeing, going through the halls to see where we're at, right? Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. Okay. Scrolling through. It's not sad. It's beautiful. Because you saw the look on my face when I was like, shit, where's this going? Heidi, I want to talk about Native American. Old Native American. No horses. Lots of running. Nomadic. Male. I'm just going to tell you what I'm told. You talk to the spirit on the wind. They say you talk to the spirit on the wind. I want to say that you became maybe a storyteller or someone that sat and shared stories with the elderly on a council or something like that. They're talking about the spirit on the wind, the spirit on the wind. You made really great arrows and arrowheads. I feel like this was, gotcha. I feel like this was Midwest. It wasn't Western Plains. It was Midwest. And the reason I know that is because they're showing me swampland. They're showing me swampland. And up in the Midwest, in Ohio, between Ohio and Michigan and Indiana, was all in Pennsylvania a lot as well. Pennsylvania, a lot of swampland up that way in Native American culture. Matter of fact, a lot of Ohio was considered the Black Swamp up to a point, down to a point. So I know that's the region they're talking about. We're talking about the 1600. Nah, it's got it. Maybe they just didn't use horses. There would have been horses available then. I just don't see horses, but they're talking about like early 1600s. By 1600s, I'm horrible at the hundreds thing, so it's like 1610. We'll just start there. This person was really, it's just random information for this, okay? Really good hunter. He provided very, very well. And he provided small animals. There were smaller animals. And his name had Badger in it. And he had a lot of pride. I'm trying to figure out the best way to put this. I don't know when the horses were brought over, but I would assume that the horses would have gone to the southern states before they actually came up to the north. I don't know what he's showing me. He's showing me a red and white painting or something on his clothing. And it's in the shape of a sun. Red and white. I don't know. But he talks about, yeah, the Spanish brought the horses over, but they would have settled down further and then moved upward, I would assume. And it would have taken them a bit to get them mastered as well. But I know that up in our area, up in Ohio area, a lot of stuff was done on foot just because of the conditions of the ground. Oh my gosh, what are we doing? I can't even figure that out. Don't do that. I'm trying to, okay, let's do this. I don't know what. I'm trying to decipher what they're showing me here. It looks like a sun. Looks like a sun, and it has an arrow going through it. I don't know if this is a thing or not, but it looks like a sun with an arrow going through it. I don't know if it's symbology. I know I hate when they play with me too. I'm sitting here going, stop. It's not funny, man. It is like spirit charades, very much like spirit charades sometimes. But I was just trying to figure out I was trying to go slow so they could draw out, because they were drawing with a stick in the sand, what they were trying to show. So it's just an interesting, maybe look up that symbol, see if you can figure out what that is. But he talks about being a very upstanding and prideful person, not prideful, but proud of who he was, that he was a good provider. And it was a really strong lifetime, really strong life. He talks about strong medicine kind of thing. Absolutely. Okay. I don't know. It was kind of long and dry because I'm going, what the hell are you talking about? All right. So let's move on. Oh, you know what I want to do? I am going to do Ellie Coyle because this is going to be fun. Okay. Let's do Ellie Coyle, right? Ellie Coyle. I'm going to tell you the word I hear first. I hear Ellie's like this. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I hear defender. I hear defender. And that's the first word I hear. And I'm shown a large object hurled at a portrait on the wall. And oh yeah, your mom, when she's writing, she has Native American flashback. I'm telling you, that'll do it. That'll do it. So there's an object hurled at a portrait on the wall. And the very first thing I see in that portrait is white over metal. And it's Templar. It's Templar. I love when I run across Templars. And honestly, you guys, Ellie and I talk pretty often, but I don't think I've done any readings for you. Have I, Ellie? I try not to play favorites online. So I don't try to call on the same person all the time. So if you guys are like, she never calls on me, it's because if I called you, I try to mix it up and I try to be really, really fair. So I don't think I've done a reading for Ellie, if ever, in a long time. Because I don't read for friends or family or myself. But it's Templar in origin, and I do know that. It is, I see the cross, I see the Templar cross. Oh my gosh. So, where is that from? Great big bushy beard. Where is this from, Aaron? And a great big bushy beard. Where's it from? I know you know this movie line. Great big bushy beard. I can't see who this is. Maybe just don't. So great big bushy beard. Great big bushy beard. Where is that from? Anyways, it's from a movie. I have a guy that uses movie references because he's just hysterical. No, it's not Monty Python because I've never seen Monty Python. Great big bushy beard. It's okay. We'll move on. So they talk about the facial hair. They, thank you. I love you too. Come on, Stinky. Okay. They talk about the mustache, long facial hair. Definitely not so much the beard as much as it is here. It's just like right here. Is it a Harry Potter film? That's kind of what it sticks with me as well. What do you remember about him? It's a great big bushy beard. That's it. It's Hot Fuzz. So far from Monty Python, right? Hot Fuzz. It's Hot Fuzz. So they're talking about the facial hair and also about some injuries. So we're going to talk about I know. We're going to talk about injuries in relation to body pain and birthmarks. I can say that there was an injury, a pretty significant injury that entered on the side under the rib here and come up from the rib and up into the diaphragm. There's been one of those. Do you mind? Stop. I'm going to have to squirt bottle him. That's the Basset. Getting his dog hairs all over my floor. There's been a facial injury on the right side. There was a facial injury. I feel like there was a concussion here on the right side where I actually feel like somebody popped him in with a blunt instrument in the face. Maybe popped out a couple teeth and caused some sinus issues. They actually talk about bone splinters. Would have caused ear problems. I swear, dog, you're killing me. And something to a back of a knee. I feel like somebody went behind them and tried to he's rubbing on the floor like a... I'll show you what he's doing. He's doing it. Nope, I can't. Never mind. Earthquake! Never mind, I can't because I have just gone through the house and de-haired it. But here, really seriously. Yeah, I just picked it up and they're like, whoa, you ain't gotta be like that. I know he has to go potty, but I don't want to go open the door. Okay, back to injuries. and a broad sweep across. This person had some scars and a broad sweep across the stomach. Yeah, he's trying to help. He's trying to help. All right. Got dog slobber all over my boobs and everything. Oh God, I just found more. I can say when this person passed away, they fell to the left and landed very, very hard on the ground, to the point where they just slumped down to the ground and their head hit the ground. And that's the very last thought, was bam, on the ground like that. I hear metal, so I know that there was metal involved. There was some sort of helmet or head covering. And he had things that he wanted to return. He had things he wanted to return. Like he didn't feel like he deserved them. He was very, very humble and very liquid love. He was very humble, and there was things that he had been given or he had taken that he didn't feel he deserved or he knew were not his, and that they should go back to where they came from. So I feel like he actually probably went in and stole stuff that he realized after a while that it wasn't, that they had defected so strongly away from what their original journey was within the Crusades. So it was somebody he felt really, really guilty about this. Was it from jousting? No, it wasn't from jousting. It was from crusading. It was from crusading. Do I do private readings? I am referring at this moment. I refer to other people that I know and trust that are excellent at their position and what they do within readings and mediumship and psychic work and things like that, and healers. And I'm on sabbatical right now. So I'm on about 3 months sabbatical and then I'm going to open it up for a very short amount of time, take some readings, and then I'm going to go back on sabbatical again because I'm doing more of my teaching, and I do private tutoring with people to help them psychically develop. So I do that, and I do other classes, like our 3-month intuitive development class. We have a mediumship class coming up. We have a new intuitive development class coming up at the end of April. So we have the membership and things like that. So I don't actually do readings per se right now. And it's so funny because I've had people messaging me going, "Hey, are you doing readings right now?" And I'm not finding them. And I'm like, let me give you numbers. Ellie, I just gave somebody your number today, or your message. I gave them your information today. So hopefully you have that person contact you. Yeah, I'm available, you guys. I do. If you go to mymysticallife.com, there is a book an appointment thing, and I do private tutoring because every single one of us is an intuitive. Every single one of us. There is no exception. There is no exception because it's in our DNA to survive with all of our senses and our skills. We just have put some of them dormant. That's all. And it's my job to and I love watching the light bulb go off. I love watching the light bulb go off and people go, holy shit. I love watching people build their confidence, because it's really, when it comes to becoming an efficient reader, if that's what you choose to do, it's about the confidence and the community and just getting out there and really practicing. And I'll tell you what, we have had some really, 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 all right, guys, you missed the part where I say where I refer, because that's just the way that is. Tammy Manzo is great. Yes, I agree. So, but it's so cool to watch people's light go off. Are we leaving? Out. Just go. Get your dog hair off my carpet. I'm not kidding. Go on. I'm going to call your dad. Yes, I am. Okay. All right. So here's our collective card for the evening, you guys. It's all about the Queen of Spring, about new stuff coming in. Look at that. You can't even make that up. Believe in yourself. We have to be able to maintain balance to actually go out and do reading and things like that. So we have lots of new stuff coming. We do. I hope that helps out, Ellie. She's probably like, well, you kind of stop. You wish you could join class. How much are they? It just depends. The weekly intuitive. No, wait. The membership is $11.11 a month. We teach 4 classes a month in the weekly in the membership, as well as there are healings available, and there's healings available. There's meditations available. There's all sorts of stuff available. There's chats. There's practices, communities, all sorts of stuff within the membership for $11.11 a month. And then we have the giveaway, which is over here as well. So, but for the 3-month class, it's $60 a month, 3 payments of $60. And then the mediumship class is $80 for a month. And it's a lot of fun. We focus on fun, because within fun, we raise our vibration. Within laughter and smiles, we raise our vibration. And within joking, we just, we crack up, we have a good time. So, and it's great to have that validation and that, community. And we're actually talking about starting, Ellie and I are talking about a new project with working with intuitive children, a group for intuitive children. So that is something her and I are working on at the moment. Yes, and movie nights. Right. I'm so sorry, Erin. I'm so sorry. There's like this huge list of stuff I have to remember. I need to, I have to like write it down and have it in front of me. And wonderful people, right? Who in here is late bloomers? Can we get a, yeah. Can I get a whoop whoop if you're a late bloomer? Can I get a whoop whoop? Oh, at least one movie night a month. This month is Saturday. It is The Secret. Absolutely. And it's because we've been hounding for The Secret, kind of, because The Secret's a really great movie. And boy, I'll tell you what, whoop, whoop, man. There's Bradley. Whoop, whoop. There's Aaron. Look at all y'all. Whoop, whoop. Everybody's amazing. Everybody's amazing. I am just now finishing, if you guys are in the Shamanic Apprenticeship, that's the other one we have. We have the Shamanic Apprenticeship, like Chip Coffee and Psychic Kids. Yeah, he did have a program, didn't he? We've had a lot of people come forward and ask us to provide some sort of basic guidance for children, just because they struggle, You want to join in time for the archangels. Now, if you are in the late bloomers, you guys, make sure if you're in the membership, make sure that you join the Facebook group, because we put a lot of information in through the Facebook group and the community that's through My Mystical Life, the community board. So make sure you're involved in both of those. We're just a fun people. We're a fun people that's going to be in Savannah in April for a really fun weekend. We're going to call it our non-structured pandemic weekend, where we are going to not go inside huge areas and be a spreader event. We're going to social distance, and we are going to do a paddle boat ride Friday night and it's a dinner theater paddle boat ride at dusk on Friday night. And then Saturday at 10 in the morning, we're going to go to Bonaventure Cemetery. And we're going to meditate and walk around and take pictures of the beautiful statuary and just have a good time. And it'll be a lot of us meeting for the first time in person. And then that evening, because we want to have plenty of time to run around Savannah and do fun stuff, that evening we are going to download paranormal investigation stuff onto our phones, and we are going to walk around Savannah, Georgia, and see what we can feel. we're going to practice, right? So we're practicing paranormal investigation, but we're also honing our intuitive detection skills, because that is really what we're doing, you guys. We're working with spirits. So that's what we're doing. We're going to get out, go walk around and have some good times here. Yes, we'll notice that some of our children are more sensitive. I know, I wish you could be there, Ellie. I wish you could be there. Are more sensitive than others. Have you done the Pleiadian Collective? I have done Ashtar. We've channeled Ashtar. We need to schedule that again. I've kind of shied away from it just a little bit, just because last time I got my teeth kicked in with a download. Hi, everybody. Hi, new people. We are the Fun Spiritual Tribe. Yes, we are. Yes, it is kind of, it is a little bit more difficult for mobility issues. We did take that into account, and we kind of did the evening thing to be at our own pace rather than at some tour pace, because we would try and take that into consideration as well. I can't see who this is. But we're really, none of it, we're not going to charge anything. We have our parent, I'm going to be there. Meredith Tyler, who's a moderator, is going to be there. Allie Rosebrock, who's an animal communicator, is going to be there. And Laura Keating, who is an intuitive, is going to be there as well. So we have a great group of base people that are going to be there, and it's just going to be a lot of fun. We're talking about Sedona at the later end of the year. And I know we already have people that want to commit to go to Sedona and have some fun there as well. So that we can't wait for. We cannot wait for Sedona. It's just gonna be a lot of fun. I've been once, and I know Laura's been several times, and Sam's been there once, and we have some friends that live out that way. So Sedona, here we come later on in the year. And when we when we know when, we'll let everybody know. Hi, Prince. Hi, Fran. No, we're not doing this again. Okay. Love it there. It is beautiful there. Oh, you live there? I didn't know you lived there. I love Sedona. I have a wonderful story about taking Sam out in the 4x4 to go to the ruins and scared the living hell out of him. Who needs a roommate for Savannah? Hey, I bet you there's people on here that will need a roommate for Savannah. Mm-hmm. Right? Yes, that's a basset hound. That's a basset hound. That's awesome. That's awesome, Fran. I didn't know you lived there. It's such an incredible place. Sedona is in Arizona. Airbnb, yeah. I've never been to the Vortex. We went to go to the Vortex, and there was no place to park at the one Vortex, so we didn't make it down to the Vortex. The only thing we did do was we went to some of the crystal stores. It was a really, really busy weekend, and so we went to a couple of the crystal stores, and we went to the ruins. I have past lives with the Anasazi, and I'm just super fascinated with all of that. We've been to the Chaco Canyon and all that stuff. So that's really cool. That's really cool. Don't even talk about that poor woman. That poor woman put glue in her hair. That poor woman. I would have been dead quiet if I'd done it. There would nobody. Sam wouldn't even know about it. He'd come home, my head be shaved. I'm like, yeah, it's a new look. It'll grow. It's a new look. Your special needs kitty loves my voice. He never could get on my lap because he was neuro issues. But when he hears your voice, that's sweet. The paranormal video I posted. I have to go look, Edwin. Oh, ley lines. Let me tell you what. Yeah, there's a ley line in Montana that will rock your world. That's where we should go have a meetup, you guys, is in Montana at the ley line. Except there's bears, big bears and mountain lions that want to eat you. I mean, they're just not there to like, no, it's not that kind of bear. Why not come from the vortex there? Is it ley lines or is it just a vortex like a tourist attraction, or is it a real vortex? Need a blood transfusion now. She finally got it out, shaved her hair. Good. They should bring back the Tide Challenge. Darwinism. Montana, right outside Helena, Montana. There, what is the name of that little town? I can't remember the name of the little town. I have it marked on my GPS. Now, what I can say about this is if you guys are in Montana or you're going around, it's a magnetic one. Okay. You're going around Montana, you're going to be driving through Montana, and you want the coordinates to the Montana megaliths. Okay. The megaliths are there in Montana. We don't hear about them, right? Google them, the Montana megaliths. They're there. They are right on the ley lines, and nobody will give you the coordinates but me. I will give you the coordinates if you want them to the Montana megaliths. I have no problem. They're a sacred site. They should be shared. We have our very own Aaron's Cross on the way out there. And if you look up the Aaron's Cross, you'll find another one down in South America. There is it's a really, really cool place to go. And if you guys have been on any of the Zooms where I've showed the pictures of the megaliths, they're just amazing. It's hard to believe they're tucked away in a park in Montana, right? And they're all done out of granite. And you can tell some of them are natural occurrences. Most of them are natural occurrences, but it's the way they have fallen into big, huge structures that makes them so spectacular. Being on those ley lines really, Edwin, I wouldn't. Aaron's Cross. So it's really, really amazing. Hi, Kametta. Hi, how are you? We're fun people. We are. You know what? I could get on here and talk all day long. It would be absolutely nothing without these incredible people that are commenting. Everybody on here is drop dead amazing. It's all there is to it. They're great. They make the community. So that's what's incredibly important, is they make the community. But like I said, I do have the coordinates. I will put up pictures if you guys want to. Make sure you go over and like My Mystical Life. I will put pictures of the megaliths up this evening. As soon as I get off here, I have them. Actually, I just have to go through my Facebook and find them. But the vibration, it feels like you're walking through time. Aaron's Cross, not Aaron's Cross. It's called Aaron's Cross, ERIN. But it feels like you're walking through a time warp. It feels like time slows down when you walk into it. It's really cool. Really, really cool. You don't have a cross. Anyhow. All right. So I have a shamanic chat to put up. So I have got to finish compressing that and getting that loaded up to the web page. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. One of the dogs sounds like a motorboat. They're in here and they're not supposed to be looking at me all guilty. Right? Let's do the time warp. You want in? I'll tell you what, Kametta, if you go to My Mystical Life, I don't even have my thingy up. My Mystical Life, we have a private community that almost everybody on here is a member of. And we do different things. We have different classes each week. We have meditations. We have healing sessions. We have chats. We have guest speakers come in. It's a lot of fun. We are fun people. You can go to mymysticallife.com and under membership and sign up, and it is fun. It's like $11 a month to start. And we have giveaways too. Seems like you don't talk about the giveaway enough. I'm like, oh yeah, they want to be with me. Boy, do they. Late bloomers. Is Aaron's Cross in Montana. There is a rock formation that is pointing due east, precisely due east, outside the megaliths, that is pointing directly to megaliths. It is called Aaron's Cross, but there's another one in South America as well that looks almost identical to it. It's crazy. It's crazy. In the house. You guys are so much fun. But I will post pictures of that up. Now, we didn't stay the first time I went out to the megaliths. The lady was like that I went with. She is really, really sweet. I absolutely love her. She's so sweet. And she was so nice to take me out there because the other lady that discovered the megaliths wants to charge like $800 a person to take you out there to show you something in a state park, right? And so this other woman's like, oh, I know where they are. I'll take you there. And I'm like, awesome. So we get in the car, we go out there, and she's like, now here's me. I have a huge problem with bears. Okay. I'm from Ohio. We don't have anything that large that wants to eat us. We just don't, that I know of. And so, sorry guys, I'm concealed carry. I have my gun with me because I'm going out into the wilderness. And so we're in the car and she's like, well, you may hear the grizzly bears. Now, you may hear bears. And I'm like, what kind of bears? She goes, well, you may hear grizzly bears, and they're going to sound a lot like pigs. They make this noise. And I'm like, what? She goes, well, don't worry about it. Yeah, but they don't give the location, right, Heidi? Right? She found it on YouTube. They're very secretive about the location. Anyways, I won't even go into why. But so we're up on this hill. You have to walk up like a goat path. It's a short one, but I'm fat and that's hard. So I go up this goat path and I'm up there just barely breathing because now, I went up the goat path and we're standing up there and we hear, and I'm going, that's a bear. She goes, yeah, that's a bear. That's a grizzly. She's smiling. And I'm going, we can hear that. It's close enough that we can hear. Oh, don't worry. Okay. It's on the other side of the road because the road, I don't know, is going to stop it. And so we're standing there. We're under these huge, beautiful megaliths. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I feel so blessed. and then we hear it again. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to be bear food. I give a hand on my gun. And she's like, she goes, just cracks me up because she said it so deadpan and I said it just as deadpan back to her. She's like, don't worry. I just can't even, hold on. I'm just going to get my shit together. Don't worry. The bears won't eat us. We're here on a spiritual mission. And just as deadpan, I said back to her, so were the priests and the cannibals ate them. I'm just like, I'm out. Because then there was one behind us. We could hear one behind us. And I'm like, I'm out of here. I love you. But that theory ain't holding water. Here's my sage, put my tobacco down, said hi to the fairies, and I took off. Those bears are hungry. They're going to follow nature. And if I'm the slowest one, who do you think's going to get eaten? The girl that does yoga every day or me? We're storing up for winter. It's going to be me. So, don't go. Don't go right before hibernation because they're hungry. Okay? You don't go that. I would sell the standards, right? No. And here's the other thing. We go up to Glacier National Forest, which, by the way, is absolutely stunning. Lake McDonald's there. And I have been getting requests to do a retreat at Glacier National Forest at Lake McDonald. Been there, kayaked it. It's a gorgeous place. It would be a wonderful place to do that. That's why you've pre-qualified for my zombie apocalypse shelter. And so we were up there. We're in our little bitty vintage camper, right? A little right? They don't usually go for humans, but when they're not selective and they're hungry. So we're in this little bitty vintage camper. We just pull up to Glacier National Forest. It's the coolest thing. If you guys ever have the chance to do this, I highly recommend it. And so we park our camper, we get it all situated. We have our bear spray on us, okay? Because we are Ohio neurotic about bears. Bear spray. And who's the fuzzy wuzzy widow bear? And so here's everybody. They're all congregating and they're going down the road, right? They're all walking down the path. They're walking down the path. I'm like, what's going on? I'm thinking elk, moose, something beautiful. And they're like, there's a grizzly bear in the bike path. And I'm thinking, I'm pretty sure I've seen this video. Why are you going over there? I'm not doing this. I go get in my camper, lock the door. I do have a bear issue. I do. When you're walking in the forest and you see bear scat and you go, oh. Like we said, guys, laughter is the best medicine and raises your vibrations, right? So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to end this evening, but not before we do a little drumming. So let's do a skosh of drumming. You like my leggings? Woo! See, this ain't running fast. Okay. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Okay. Okay. A little bit of drumming. It might drive the dogs away. I will spray you. Okay. You always carry a gun when riding in the mountains. Absolutely. It's no, I'm making a joke and a funny about it. But honestly, you guys, the situations when you find yourself in wildlife situations like that, you have to be very practical. Carrying a gun. When I said I was concealed carry, I lost 10 people. No shit. 10 people watching. I am stupid. No. I am not bear food. And it upset people when I said I was concealed carry. I watched my feed and see how many people are on there. It dropped 10 people within seconds. Yeah. I think the other way around, if I'm going out in wildlife, I'm stepping into their area. I'm going to protect myself, but I'm going to take myself out of harm's way very much quicker than I am going to stand there and stand my ground against a wild animal in their territory. Not going to do it. So if you're in a wildlife situation, you had a cougar stalk you on your horse, terrifying, right? Terrifying. That would be terrifying, because your chances of that horse being sure-footed enough in terror to get away with you still in the saddle is pretty slim, right? Because we know what happens when those horses get spooked. They drop and disappear. Okay. Hey, I don't carry all the time, but in situations like that, I do. Let them get their asses ate, right? You need a gun. You need to protect yourself when you're out in wildlife. You do. Okay, let's do some drumming. We drop 5 more. Yeah, I bet. Okay. Okay, moving on. Let's move on. Ready? Take a nice deep breath in, everybody. Nice deep breath. Dog didn't like it when I changed tempo. He's like, what are you doing? All right, everybody. Now I want a drum. Just see how many I have on my wall. I have more. Vicki, I will be bringing drums on the cruise. So there should be drums enough for most people on the cruise with our mystical life, my mystical life people. I will have either drums or rattles available for everybody. So that is a thing that's going to be happening. We are going to have our own drumming circle on the cruise, so that it's going to be a lot of fun, right? Because we are fun people, and everybody's going to want to be in our group. They're going to go, what the hell's going over there, and why aren't included? That happened last time too, but not with me, because I wasn't speaking on that cruise. I was like, what is going on over there? Why are we not involved? You're bringing drums and rain stick. Oh, I love that you're bringing your rain stick. I don't have one of those. I have several. Diana, absolutely. When I have several drums, I usually, especially for the cruise, I'll be taking synthetic drums. We're going to get our group band. I'm really hoping not. But no, we're not getting banned. You're like, you mystical lifers over there, sit down. You lifers, sit down. I will be taking synthetic drums on the cruise. Here's why. This is for you, Nancy Bollier, too. So if you plan on taking a natural skin drum like that one back there, the moisture in the air will probably make it go flat. The moist. Oh, I'm kidding, Erin. I know that. Hey, I have class. Nobody puts us in the corner, right? Nobody puts us in the corner. But the natural skins will probably go flat with all the humidity on the cruise ship. So the synthetic drums, like the Remos, like this one right here, will probably be your best bet. And I have nesting drums that are easy to stack inside. We are going to be talking. I believe that. I actually believe that, Erin. I actually believe that. We'll be in the cool corner. Oh, good. You're both Remos. Good. That's just a heads up. So if you guys, I don't want you guys to pull a drum to the cruise ship and then it go flat. There's nothing more depressing than that. Right? I would go outside to do drumming circles at my house and I'd be like, it doesn't sound like this at all. It's like blump, blump, blump. Oh, right? It's going to be so much fun. It really is. Okay. And with that, y'all, I'm out. So everybody find love, find light, find joy, feel divine, because you are. On the side, no. And if Sam were here, he would say, may the light be with you always. So everybody have a good evening, and we will talk to you next time. Make sure you're liked My Mystical Life so you know when we're online. Okay, guys. Bye.